Hi Sagittarius, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for you. It's a current reading, so take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. So what's going on with all of our Sagittarians out there? I hope you're doing well. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That helps my channel. All right, we have us a disconnect going on. Boy, did that slap, huh? Sagittarius, you're going. You and your partner, your honey, we're not seeing eye to eye. It's almost like somebody's not hearing the other person. Disconnect. What is this about? What is this about? Yeah, there's got to be some mending happening between you and your honey. You know, so that you can get a fresh new start. So I think it's going to, whatever it is that's going on between the two of you, it's going to require the two of you working together to mend things, get things, you know, fixed so that you can get back to co-creating the way you were before. So I feel like whatever's going on right now, Sagittarius, if you're married or in a real serious relationship and you're not really like on the same page, you know, think of this as a wave. All right, but you guys got to get back, you know, to work together. I feel like you will. That's at least, that's what it looked like from the cards. Yeah, I mean, there's something else like this whole thing, if you felt like you've had this real disconnect, it's almost like, I feel like it's pushing you and your person onto another level. You know what I mean? Like, so if the two of you have not been getting along, it finally gets to a point where it's like the divine steps in and says, okay, now we're at this point. This is what we have to do together to work this out. So that's for someone. I mean, because if not, I mean, you guys go round and round in circles here. I mean, you're over it. It's almost like enough is enough. Let's just kind of figure this out. We got to figure out how we have to co-parent. Maybe you have to co-parent with someone. Or, you know, there's a divorce that you're involved in. Or maybe this is a past relationship. I mean, but you're at a fork in the road. So I feel like it's really important that whatever this relationship is mended. So that you can, with a clear mind, you know, make a new move in your life, you know, because you're at a crossroads, right? You don't want to bring any baggage with you into this new direction. So wherever you can tie up a loose end, tie it up, right? So you're not feeling it's almost like you're feeling a little forgotten by the universe. I think this has to do with a project or work thing that you're doing. You know, it's like you try so hard to get ahead. I mean, this could be all kinds of things. But I feel like it's like you give it your all and then you're left with nothing. You know, it's like, well, how much longer are you supposed to keep going and have all this faith, you know, if you never see any results? So I think you need to put it out there to the universe that, you know, you need results. So get more specific, get more, you know, clear on what it is that you want out of your life and the direction you want to take, and then channel your energies in that direction. Yeah, you've got to get to work. Now, a few of you, I feel like there could be some health issues. I mean, if you're not resting, you know, you're overworking yourself, because this, to me, tells me that somebody is working harder and not resting enough. You know, you need to find a balance. Yeah, there's got to be an even give and take. And this could be, you know, in any scenario, but I just feel like if you know, you both need to, you, Sagittarius, need to not, you know, work so much and deplete yourself, because I feel like there is a little bit of that going on for some of you. So anything else? Soulmates come out. This is good. I feel like this is almost one of those things. Okay, if you're a single Sagittarius, where is that? Where's my person? It's like, where's my soulmate? Why aren't they here? Where have they been? Why am I still on my own? Well, probably one, because you're a Sagittarius. Okay, so a Sagittarian, you know, you're a different breed. You're a different breed. You like to travel. You like to move. You know, you're spontaneous. Very philosophical. So quit asking why. Your person's coming. They're coming. I really feel like they're coming. You know, but it's time for you to like kind of clean up your act, mend these old fences, clean up all your loose ends, you know, because I feel like there's a brand new beginning waiting for you. So what's going on? All right, yeah, see, you're really confused about this start. Okay, don't second guess. I almost feel like, you know, there's something that is divinely pulling you into directions. You know, so as a result of that, you may start to notice that people that you usually hang around with, you know, you don't want to hang around with them. You know, there's not that much excitement and fun to be with, you know, because you're a different person. I feel like, you know, you need to make a new move, you know, and you're confused about which way to go because you might have a lot of options, you know, but there is one, if you would just take the blindfold off, really kind of get centered, get clear. Meditation at this point would probably be really great for you. Because you don't know what to do. And it could be because you don't know what to do about a relationship that's been really heavy on your mind. Do you really want to leave this relationship? I feel like it's the past. I think it's your past which is confusing you. You know, embrace what's going on here in front of you. You know, like, you know, leave the past over there. Whoever it was, whatever it was. It's a bright new day for you, Sag. All right, let's see. Yeah, look, you got to walk away. Like, you need to move away and just put an end to the past. If it was somebody that you've been hanging on to, like I say, and it's gotten to that point where, you know, we have just got to figure out how to make this work. Together, we're not going to make it work. We're good with just 9 cups here, or 8 cups, right? And you're gonna walk over to your 9. It's just like you're okay with just yourself, okay? But you know, you need to put this to an end. So there is an ending that needs to happen so that you can begin a new life. And I feel like it has to do with a situation, a person. I mean, it's something very important in your life that needs to be closed up. All right, and it's gonna require a little mending. Mending fences. Maybe that's what I'll call this, if I can remember that. Yeah, so again, now, Sagittarius, if you're involved, I mean, this is 2 women. I feel like there's a little discord between you and someone. Maybe between you and another person. It could be your sister. It could be someone else. I don't feel like it's your sister. Like, because, you know, I just feel like there's 2 very different kind of people here. Like, you know, they don't look like sisters. Anyway, but it's almost as if there's a real disagreement. I feel like one person is very free-spirited, and the other person is not near so free-spirited, and there could be a little bit of conflict with, like, you know, they don't... it's like, whoever this other person is, it's like they don't get you, you know? And that's part of the problem, you know? I'm sensing somebody who's, you know, free-spirited, they've got they kind of move to their own beat, and the other person, you know, sees that life needs to be a little bit different. You need to get a job, 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. You know, so there could be a little discrepancy between you and somebody about lifestyle, you know, but you do what you need to do, whatever it is that's good for you. And I see you coming out on top, totally coming out on top, really in your power. I mean, this is one of those things where in the past, if, you know, people... you know, like, you know, you just kind of like, you're just a person walking around the planet, you know, and all of a sudden people are starting to notice you and they're like, wow, look at that person. And it's like, you know, you're changing in such a way that you're becoming very attractive, I think, to other people because you are coming into who you are. And you're not going to let other people try to tell you that, oh, well, that's ridiculous if you want to be, you know, a roadside, you know, remedy queen or something. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. You know, but I don't see that it's going to stop you. You are going to continue to do whatever it is, you know, to express yourself more freely. I think even as the year goes on. Yeah, I mean, this whole, it's almost as if some of you Sagittarians, you lived your life for other people. You know, it's like, you know, you are naturally a traveler. I mean, it's part of your sign. I mean, you love to travel, you like to be around, you're very philosophical, you're worldly, that kind of thing. And I just feel that in the past, it's been held back from you. You know, and it's like, you don't want that anymore. So I do see that you're not going to live a life that's not true to you anymore. You know, it's like you see your future. You see what's in front of you. You know, and to stay in a situation that is not fair, where people don't treat you right, where you don't feel right, you know, because you're a different person. I just don't see, that's just not good for you. That's not where you're headed. You know, you're bigger than that. So I just see you moving on and putting an end to what could have been like a really painful past between you and someone. And this could be a relationship as well. Like if you were involved with somebody, I think you were involved in a relationship that was very, I mean, the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. I mean, it was just like, it was riddled with pain. I mean, and you finally put an end to it and you finally move on, you know, to what you see for your future, because you no longer will be treated unfairly. So whatever you're coming out of, Sag, it was a true growth for you to finally, you know, stand your ground and see what it is you really want for your future. A lot of happiness coming your way. So I think the past, how life was in the past, is not your future. So don't hesitate about making a decision that you feel very called to do. You know, when we are called to do something, I mean, it is truly a magnetic pull. And I think a lot of Sagittarians right now, if I was to give you an icon, it would be the compass. You know, like, I really feel like you, Sagittarius, out of all of the signs, really know that there is an inner compass that is guiding you and you're trying to follow it. And it requires, you know, a big change. And I think now that we're coming into spring, we've had this whole year in COVID, right? We've been on lockdown. We've been isolated. And I feel like you're starting to emerge. But the person who is emerging now, Sagittarius, is a very different person than you were a year ago. Yes? No? I think so. Anyway, anything else for you, Sagittarius? Yeah, so there's a lot of options out in front of you. You know, so I think you're past any kind of illusions, especially when it comes to people. You know, I think for some Saggies, you've had to learn how to read people a little better because you've experienced so much disappointment. You know, I think there's been a period of your life where people have just truly disappointed you. It's like you're disappointed in humanity to a point. But not all people are like that. You're just, like I said, you're going to find your niche. You're going to find your people. I mean, this all had to happen. It's like this amazing internal shift. I mean, you couldn't pretend anymore that things in your world had to change. And so that required you getting control, you know, making some endings, finding some truths. Big stuff, Sag. Yeah. So I feel like you already are in motion, you know, making these changes. Because, you know, you're not telling anybody really what your plans are. Because you're holding, you know, what you want to do close to your chest. And I think that's great. So it's almost as if, like, you know, you're fixing everything so that when you leave, it's a real clean break. When you make your move, it's a clean break. You know, so like it's say you're going to make a move across the United States, right? So you live in California and you're going to move to Georgia. So what you're going to do is make sure everything is tied up in California so that once you get to Georgia, you don't got to worry about anything back in California. It's those kind of changes, mending, you know, cleanup kind of things that you're doing. And that includes people. So... all right, what else do we have for our Saggies? Anything else? Oh, we have a card. I think that is a card of the Empress. No, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel as if, you know, you're focused on your money. You're focused on bringing stability into your life. You're taking care of you. You're grounding yourself, Sagittarius. You're grounding yourself. And you are going to have complete victory in the end. I mean, people are going to notice you. They're going to, you know, you're going to be recognized for what you do. So, kudos to you. Good work. Yeah, I just think, you know, if in the overall scheme of life, I just feel like we're all being realigned for our true purpose. You know, and with that comes a lot of shifts and a lot of changes. And I mean, but really, think back a year ago, what you were doing, how you were, who you were. You've grown a lot. Yeah. So, you have been waiting, waiting, waiting. Because in the past, I feel like money has not been coming your way. It's going to change. It's going to change. You know, it's like your fortunes, you know, I see everything increasing for you. You know, and this is because you have changed. Everything's going to start to change. You're going to start learning things, meeting people. I mean, life begins again. Life begins again for you. All right, that's what I'm going to do for you, Sagittarius. I hope this resonated. If it did, great. If it didn't, anything else for Saggies? Oops. Yeah, see, you have no more patience or tolerance for relationship that is not serving you. So fix it so that once and for all, you know, you can be done with it. And, you know, what's coming to mind, and I have to say this because sometimes when you are married to a person and then you get divorced and you have kids, the issue of moving to a different state becomes a real big problem, especially with child custody. And I think this could be one of these situations, Sagittarius, where this might apply to you in this reading. That's why it's really important, if you're going to make any moves, that, you know, it's a good move. Because you don't want to never see your kids again because you decide to move to Georgia. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You still want to see your kids. Anyway, enough of that. All right, hit that like button if you like the reading. And yeah, I'll see you at the next reading. Until then, take care, Sag, and I'll see you. Bye.